I'm homeless. I suffer from schizophrenia since I was like 17 years old. I've been through a lot of different medicines trying to fix it and stuff, and unfortunately, I've kind of found that opiates have a real good way of slowing my mind enough to be able to function without going crazy and waking up inside psych wards and stuff. When I first started, I went to the doctors and went on several different medications. They always made me feel really almost zombie, like just not myself. And one day I started smoking weed and stuff when my kids got taken from me, and then I just as I came across different substances, I tried different ones, and the Oxycontin was the first one that when I tried it, it worked, and ever since then, the opiates have just been the one that it allows me to. It's kind of hard when you have a mental disorder that you're aware of, and you know that if untreated, it can cause you to lose yourself. But then there's also a part of that kind of has kind of feels like superpowers in a way, and you don't want to fully give that up. So you try to find a way to control it. I guess opiates were really the only thing I really found that kind of can slow it enough to manage to blend in and stay a citizen that's able to function. The price is what really has been the major factor in it. I think if the oxys wouldn't have, when I started those, it was $2 a pill, and then it quickly went up to 80, 160, and then we went into war in Afghanistan, and all of a sudden the streets were flooded with heroin, and the heroin was cheaper than the oxys, and then the heroin started getting scarce, and the heroin used to be the same price as the Fetty is now, and then all of a sudden the heroin dropped in price, and then the habits kind of built up more in people around me. I kind of maintained, but everyone else around me kept just getting more and more, and then pretty soon it became almost impossible to find the heroin. And then it was the blues that were around, the Fetty blues, and then so I switched to those, and then those went away, and the Fetty was the only thing you could find, and it's kind of been stuck on that. I've been blessed with being able to be more in a maintained state than a seeking a high state, so I don't go out and commit the crimes, and I can functionally support my habit with, a few $100s a week, whereas most people are in the thousands and thousands of dollars now, and I don't know. It's getting tough, and it seems like I educate myself a lot, and I see Portugal and Spain and the way they're dealing with things there, where they're legalizing all the substances and giving them any medication you want, and it costs $2 a day to give somebody fentanyl, and doing that, most users, 85%, quit within 2 years. All the users who are chasing the high, but there's always that small percentage of people like me who do stay using throughout their life to maintain. Yeah, and I think that's probably a big step to kind of help fix this whole situation we're going through. Yeah, I've lost a couple of people to fentanyl. I just lost a good friend just a few days ago. I lost my nephew a little over month and a half ago. I lost my cousin a couple months ago, and I'm seeing it take him in just horrible ways. My nephew, he's young and he was just experimenting. I tried to when I found out he was into weed, and a friend had told me that he had been trying to get pills from him and stuff. I went to him and tried to teach him about Narcan, and how any new drug he tried, he needed to do it safely with somebody, and what Narcan was. And he told me, no, Uncle, I can't have that. I can't keep that. If my mom finds it, she's going to get mad at me. And 2 months later, he got some coke after a concert he thought was coke, and it was cut with fentanyl, and he passed away from it. And same with my cousin. He only does methamphetamines, and somebody put Betty in his meth because he had a few $100s, and they didn't find him for 2 weeks because he was in his tent. Not good, just trying to pretend like someday things are going to get better for people around me. The hardest part is I've come to love the drug addicts the most, because they are the least. They don't call the police on me when I exist near them. Anywhere I park in this town, I get police contact because people don't want me to exist near them, simply because I'm me, I guess. And then a lot of the cops, they approach it with a horrible position. And I ran across a couple good cops who have helped me to still have hope that there's a way to maybe find a better way to go about this battle. But it's getting tough. It's getting tough to even talk to people anymore. It's getting tough to even to want to try. All my loved ones, everyone I love is, for the most part, everyone I'm with every day is high and strung out, and it's beating them pretty badly. And I'm trying my best to remind them there's ways to make money that don't involve going and committing a crime and ending up in jail, but it's a losing battle until we find a way to give a safe place for people to use and to get whatever medication it is they think they need to feel better. I don't think we're gonna arrest our way out of this. I don't think we're gonna beat people into submission on this. I think it's something we just gotta love people for who they are, and if they think something's gonna let them be better, let them do it, and if they don't hurt anybody else, so be it. And hopefully we can just continue to let them know that, try to make it as easy for them as we can, knocking out this whole cycle and process of people ripping people off, people cutting shit with shit that's not supposed to be, having a safe clinic you can go to every day to get your dose, and it would be so much more intelligent and so much more survivable. I look at it like this. I would never go walk up to somebody and believe that I could enforce my beliefs upon them and do it in a forceful manner, and then wonder why people turn around and, this is why some people end up in shootouts and standoffs. And I had a standoff with the police a few years back because of much the same situation. And I wasn't able to find drugs, and I was going into my schizophrenia pretty badly, and I just, by the grace of God, didn't get killed in the situation. And it's tough when you really start thinking about these things on a bigger level, and you're not just out chasing a high looking for something fun to do, because this ain't fun. It's not fun to try to figure a way to make life feel okay. especially when there's people preventing you from doing it or trying to force you to come up with a way to pay hundreds of dollars a day to do it. I know a lot of you guys have suffered from trauma and are going to be going through trauma as you're coming into life. This, as it sits, is not going to help in any way. It's not a solution. I wish that I had not gone so far down the track I had, and I had maybe kept the courage to try to fix your world, make it what you want. We have the power to let it be whatever we want it to be. Just stand up and don't be afraid. None of us will have a better world until everyone else's world's better.